My friend died a hero because of his dark secret. A week ago we got a letter from him. So a good friend of my wife, 25F, and I, 24M, that we knew in college died last year. He became a police officer after graduation, and last year he was killed in the line of duty. Last week I received a letter that was forwarded to me by an attorney. Before I get into this, I need to say that he was a really good guy. He was funny and was always doing something related to his many hobbies. Eventually he came over to my and my wife's, at the time we were just dating, apartment. He was extremely drunk, which was common, and he said he wanted to confess something to us because we were his best friends. He told us that he and his siblings were SA'd by his dad when he was a kid. As of 2 years ago, he had begun to get urges. He said that he had never acted on those, but over the last couple years they had gotten more intense. My wife and I let him stay the night on our couch. But the next morning we confronted him, reminded him what he said, and said that we would help him. Our condition was that we would go to his apartment at that moment and take all of his devices and check them for CP and anything else. We checked, and we couldn't find a single thing. So we worked together and got him therapy. Anyway, flash forward. He met a fantastic woman, and they were dating when she announced that she was pregnant. My friend and her were ecstatic, and they rushed to get married. However, about a month before their child was due, he was killed in the line of duty. A few months after we got my friend help, he decided to drop out of school and become a cop. He eventually rose to the position of patrol sergeant. His new wife was devastated, and so were we. We attended his funeral, and there were so many people there. I'm not going to give details to protect his identity. However, last week my wife and I received a letter that was forwarded to us by his lawyer who had overseen his will. Apparently, what he did was stipulate that should die, he wanted this handwritten letter sent to us. For his reputation's sake, we decided to burn the letter, but I can't get it out of my head. To summarize the letter, he opened up and said that after we forced him to get therapy and treatment, he had improved a lot. He stopped having the urges that he told us about and was actually able to build a satisfying relationship. This we knew about because we were there for him during it. However, when his wife told he that she was pregnant, originally he was overjoyed. But quickly he started to have those urges, and they were directed at his unborn child. According to the letter, he said that he had spiraled so badly that he actually pleasured himself to these urges. Towards the end of the letter, he wrote that he could never do the things to his child that his father had put him through. However, he wanted to be present in his child's life. Quote, someone they could look up to and strive to be. So he decided that he was going to do everything he could to be killed in the line of duty. That way the state pension would be more than enough to keep his wife and child afloat even without him, which is exactly what happened. IDK, after reading the letter, my wife and I have had a roller coaster of emotions. I honestly don't know how to feel about this whole situation. I need to talk about this with someone, but my wife and I spent hours over the last week just talking circles around this. My wife and I were talking about actually speaking to a therapist, but neither of us want this to get out about him. I honestly just need to get this off my chest.